I grew up the day I realized you owe you, Eric. I remember being homeless, high school dropout. My daddy didn't. My mama got pregnant at 17, south side of Chicago. If they just would have got together and got married, if they would have been. You're 20 now. How long you gonna keep talking about your daddy? You're 20. Come on, how long you gonna be talking about your mama got pregnant at 17? You're 20. You owe you, Eric. You owe you. Your mama don't owe you nothing at this point. Your daddy don't owe you nothing at this point. You need to get that GED. You need to go to college. You need to handle your business. Are you hearing me? You owe you. The reason why I speak with so much passion, E.T., why do you speak with so much authority? Because I'm talking about my life, not something that I read. I ate out of trash cans. I had no business eating out of trash cans. I lived in abandoned buildings. I had no business living in abandoned buildings. But E.T., your daddy wasn't in your life. Your mom was a teenage mother. You grew up, come on, E, look at your shirt. That's not an excuse. There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. You know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. No, for real, I'm gonna say it again. Like somebody gave you a 30-day guarantee. In 30 days, you don't make what they told you was gonna make. In 30 days, you got an attitude, you want your money back. But you've never demanded your money back from yourself. You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. You're not brave enough. You want to put it on somebody else. The reason why I'm not successful is because of my boss. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down. I value myself enough to give 120% or don't do it. And that's the problem with some of you. You always want to blame other people. You want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You just said you're giving 50%. You owe you an explanation. You owe you an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts, no, we working out now. No more alcohol, not right now. No, I can't handle it right now. You need to tell you that you owe you something. I'm still gonna get you where they are. Why? Because I owe it to myself. And can't nobody stop me but me. And you need to get rid of them excuses, and you need to stop pointing fingers at people. And you need to start pointing fingers at yourself. What did you not do? I'm just saying, I ain't even telling. I'm not even asking you to do nothing. I'm just asking you to acknowledge that you can't let it go. And it's killing you. I ain't ask you to take no classes or I ain't ask you to do nothing. It's killing you. And you wake up to it and you go to sleep to it and it's killing you. You can't wait for nobody else to fix you. You can't wait for nobody else to mature. You can't wait for nobody else to get to that part in their life. You can't wait. I got great things in store for you. All I'm asking you to do is let this go so I can give you everything you've ever wanted. So I can put you where you always want to be. So I can put you where I ordained you to be, son. I gave you a gift, but I can't play like you play. Humans play. I don't play. You gotta fix this. It's something in your heart. You made up in your mind because of the way things went down. You made up in your mind to be bitter. You had options. You chose bitter. You chose angry. Now you hurting yourself. You done dropped out of school. You living in an abandoned building. Son, you killing yourself. All my people that know me know like, yo, he been doing what he was doing, but yo, when he came back from there and he forgave his father, he took off. You're ready to let that thing go finally forever. You don't know how much time you got left. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've been there. I had to drive that 700 miles to go knock on my father's door to let it go. I said, God, why I gotta go all the way down here and talk to my man? Why I gotta ask him? Why I gotta make it right? He said, because it's your life and you can't wait for nobody else to make it right. Most of y'all struggle because you don't know what you're here for. And you're intimidated when you see other people because you're not who you're supposed to be. And that's why you feel intimidated. Once you figure out who you are, you'll walk in the room and look at anybody. Not down, but you look up because you know who you are. And you still walking around here taking the narrative that people said you were instead of creating your own narrative. Write your narrative and make it plain to yourself. You hear me? Surround yourself with like-minded people. Stop hanging with people who still talking about people. You should be talking about yourself and how you try to blow up. You should be writing your vision, not talking about their vision. You should be looking at your own vision. You run around here hanging with people who going to jail. No, you're running with people who are doing stuff that's going to take you to jail. You're listening to music that talk about death. Something bound to happen to you if you listen to stuff that's talking about death. Start listening to life. Now, I'm going to tell you the story. I got to get out of here. Probably heard about this before. It was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you're on. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach at 4 a.m. He liked the beach. I said, I want to make money. I don't want to swim. Guru said, if you want to make money, I'll meet you tomorrow, 4 a.m. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. Somebody answered the question for me. He said, when you were underwater, what did you want to do? I said, I wanted to breathe. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. Don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt, get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me, I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money, but listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. When I went to college, guys were way smarter than me. 4.0s, 3.0s, they went to the Ivy League high schools, came to Oakwood from these great high schools. Most of them are not doing what I'm doing. Why? Because it's not about where you come from. It's about heart. You come to a place where, being smart ain't enough. You gotta have heart. The most important thing is this, to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Some of you can make sacrifices when Monday Night Football is not on. You can make a sacrifice, but when the game come on, for some reason, you just attached to it. For some of you, when your favorite show come on, you can make sacrifices on Sunday when ain't nothing going on. But when your favorite show comes on Monday, bam, I'm saying to you today that there are some of you, if you give up your cell phone, you would be successful. But your cell phone is more important to you than your success. Some of you need to give up your cell phone because the time you spend on your cell phone could be used for your success. The time you could be using to be successful, you're using it on the cell. And the cell phone is not bringing you nothing but a bill. And somebody has told you you couldn't live without it. I'm talking about going deep now, giving up stuff. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could be. I get up at 3 because it's silent. It's easier to be focused when the environment is focused. Most of you wake up and you try to make money. Listen to me. If you would make you, money would come to you. Okay, you missed that whole thing I just said. If you would make you a better person, you'd make more money. Now, watch what I do. The way people spend their money or treat their money is how I treat my time. All right, let me explain what I mean to you. I make sure that every single day in that 24-hour period that I'm getting a whole bunch of wins. So I'm supposed to be doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time. The problem with most of you, you waking up and you worshiping money. Man, I was in the back with Cole. Cole was like, E, I got this opportunity for you. I got this opportunity. I got this opportunity. When you become number one, you have to chase opportunities. So I became number one, not meaning I'm better than nobody else. It means I just mastered my craft to the point that I know what I do that don't nobody else do. I know that I have a way of doing in this industry what nobody else does, and I've picked out in this industry, I've crafted out my own room. And your problem is you at 50% knocking on doors trying to get the result, somebody at 100%. And you wondering why it ain't working, because while you're doing what they're doing, you're not, they are. So why do I put more emphasis on time than I put on money? Because they print money, they don't print time. So I'm gonna say it one more time. You are worshiping the thing that they make every day. They don't make time every day. Ain't nobody print time. I ain't met them yet. I ain't met no billionaire. I ain't met no trillionaire. I ain't met no institution. I ain't met no company. I ain't met nobody print money. So why are you spending more time on the thing they print every day than the thing, you know why? Because you're not developed and you following other people. When you understand that the real thing is time and you ain't got a lot of it, you start focusing on your time, and when you get your time right, money will come. Some people go to Dubai once every 10 years. I'm going every other month. Why? When you master yourself, you put yourself in a position that a lot of people can't do what you do, and then you become rare. And diamonds are rare. That's why they cost so much. If you would become rare, you just like everybody else. You look just like, you act just like, you just like everybody else. When you become you and you become rare, you become a... When you leave this room, you will take full ownership. And the reason why I say it's my fault, even when it's not my fault, because when I say it's your fault, I give you power. I give you control over my life. And I will never give another human control over my life. It's my fault. It's my problem. I'm coming up with the solution for it. Stop being average. Average people can't forgive. Average people can't let go. The greats, we do whatever it takes. Those who have a why can bear almost any how. How did I become number one in the world? Found out my wife had multiple sclerosis. They told my wife, listen to me, y'all. My wife's so beast mode. They told my wife she had MS. She's like, bet. Then they told her she had to quit her job, and a tear came out of her. The doctor said, you don't have insurance? She said, yeah, I got insurance. She looking at her like, why are you crying if you got insurance? My wife's identity is in her waking up and working every day. She went to school to be a registered nurse. She went to school to do breast and cervical cancer. She didn't want to be at home. She didn't want to be no home wife. She literally went to school to be a nurse. She loves her job. But when they told her she had to quit, my wife was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I said, how much you make? She told me 5,000. I said, 5,000 times 12 is how much? 60 times 30 years, how much? 1.8 million. I woke up every day hunting 1.8 million. I'm number one in the world, not because I'm a better speaker. I'm not number one in the world because I look the best, because I dress the best. I'm not number one because my enunciation is the best, because I use the best words, because I got the best sentence structure, because I come from the best background. I became number one because I woke up and I hunted down the 1.8 mil so my wife would never have to work again. If you waking up every day and you want a Rolls Royce, you ain't about to beat me. If you waking up for a Bentley, you ain't about to beat me. If you waking up for a gold chain, you ain't about to beat me. If you woke up for a Rollie, you ain't about to beat me, because you going after material stuff. I'm going after my food. I'm going after my baby. I'm going after my high school sweetheart. I'm going after my kids so they can see their mom and their mama don't die. I'm making sure their mama don't get in a wheelchair if I can help it. If their mama don't lose her sight, if I can help it. If her mama don't lose her memory. So I started studying MS like I had it. I started studying MS. Your problem is you're not studying this product like your life down on it, like your life depend on it. You playing with this product. You know what? You like the people that work for me that want to check and they never end up getting it. But the people who work for my company act like they own it. Wake up every single day making sure she don't have to go back to work. So watch this. I started studying and I found out two things. One is stress, so I had to take her out of a stressful situation. And then the other thing was vitamin D. And I literally, people say, bro, why you moved to Southern California? Because my wife got MS. I literally type, what's the best place in the world for vitamin D? Southern California. What's the best temperature in the world in the United States of America? San Diego, California. It don't go 99, 100, and then back down. It's right there. I said, San Diego, I'm hunting you down. You're moving to San Diego. Why? I don't care about San Diego. My wife, in the first year, last year, we were in San Diego. My wife said to me, when we went back to Michigan, when the summer came, my wife said, you know something? I said, what? She said, I never took a nap in California. I said, what you mean by that? She said, the sun energized me, and I never needed to take a nap. You're gonna come after me. The reason why most of you can't do what you do, you keep getting knocked down, you keep quitting, because whatever your why is, it ain't stronger than the beat down you take. Whatever the beat down, whatever life is throwing at you, whatever punches is blowing, whatever's happening, it ain't deep enough for you to wake up. Like you getting punched and you feel that pain and you like, ain't no need to get up. No, and I feel you. You need to stay down, because life gonna beat you. You talking about making millions, life gonna beat you down. You talking about making millions, multi-millions, billions, life gonna beat you down. So when you feel the pain and you get knocked down, stay down. If you got a why that's deeper than your pain,
every trial, every tribulation, I will my way through it. I don't care if it's cancer, I will my way through it. I don't care if it's MS, I will my way through it. I don't care if I'm struggling in school and I'm trying to get a degree, I will my way through it. I don't care if you fail the boards, go again. I don't care if you fail the law exam, go again, will your way through it. Some things you can skill yourself through, some stuff you gotta will your way through.
Without a vision, there's no direction. Without direction, there's no progress. Reason why you struggling getting up, because you don't have nothing to get up for.
Leave them. Leave them. Let it go. Let her go. Let him go. They don't deserve that much power over your life. Let them go. I know they hurt you. Let it go. They only still have power because you still holding on to it. Stop being average.
Take this forever. Please take this and run with this. If somebody did you dirt, somebody harmed you, somebody did you some type of way, do me a huge favor. If it's as deep as you say it is, cut. But whatever you do, don't hold on to them and then hold on to the air. I can actually see people who are eating success up, and it's a poison. If it's abuse, then cut it. But whatever you do, don't forgive somebody. Don't stay with somebody. Don't live with somebody. Keep putting that dirt in their face every single day. Don't do it. Let it go.
When you leave this room, you will take full ownership. And the reason why I say it's my fault, even when it's not my fault, because when I say it's your fault, I give you power. I give you control over my life. And I will never give another human control over my life. It's my fault. It's my problem. I'm coming up with a solution for it.
But you know, your problem is not your enemy. Your problem is the people you love. You are not where you're supposed to be because you're still entertaining people you love about where we're supposed to be. You still babysitting the footman when you on the horse. And you stopping on every occasion to go back to those who you love, who ain't caught up, because you trying to go back and get them. He said, leave them. Leave them. That ain't your job. I know you love them. I know where your heart is. But I also know I'm the one that's responsible for where you are. They're not responsible for your mission. I call you to do this. I need you to do what I told you to do. Are you not hearing what I'm saying? I'm on the phone with billionaires, but I'm also on the phone with folk who broke, and I'm spending more time with the broke folk when the billionaires like, come, we trying to get you so you can do what God told. I'm talking about Christian billionaires who are saying, where are you? Why aren't you in this city? I can't get there because I'm in this city trying to convince this person we need to get over here. And God has said, just go. I will get them there if they're supposed to get there. They ain't supposed to get there. I don't need you to get them there. Amen. So I'm just saying in the room today, some of you should, like me, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are not where you should be. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now, if you compare yourself to your siblings, you probably got it going on. If you compare yourself to the people in your environment, you probably got it going on. But the measurement is not the people in your church. The measurement is not your cousin. The measurement is not your parents. And why am I transparent? Because I'm not a slave to you. I'm not a slave to your image of me. I'm hurt. I'm struggling. I'm human. I didn't have the best situation my whole life. Bruh, like this is really what happened. I don't gotta fake what happened. This is really what happened. And you rock with me because you like, yo, he really is. So we're gonna focus on one thing that we've already gone through, that we can help other people out, and we're gonna give it all our energy. Y'all see where I'm going? Come on, come on, come on, come on. A lot of y'all, I need to make more money, so I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna go over here, and I need this person to love me, so I'm gonna be this, and I'm gonna be that. And I want this to happen, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Stay focused, stay right. I wanna make a lot of money, so I'm gonna stay right here. I wanna make a lot of money, so I'm gonna stay right here in my gift. I want my spouse to love me, so I'm gonna be predictable. I'm gonna stay right here. Come on, y'all.
I'm taking ownership. Come on, I'm taking ownership. Listen to me closely. I'm not saying it's your fault, but it's your solution. I'm not saying you didn't do it, but you owe it to yourself in this country to let that stuff go so you can be what you're supposed to be. Now, I'm gonna count to 3 because there's somebody else. You got a lot of pride. That's why you're where you are right now. Let your ego go. You're amongst family. Let your ego go. You're amongst family. Let it go. You need to stand because you're still holding somebody else hostage for what they did to you. And I need you to let it go. Average people can't forgive. Average people can't let go. The greats, we do whatever it takes for self-preservation. We do whatever it takes to be happy. You think I wanted to let my biological father off the hook? You think I want to let him off the hook? He left my mom. He left me. You think I want to let my man off the hook? I was with my family my whole life. I thought he was a friend of my family. I didn't know he was my father. I know my grandma. I know my aunts. I know my cousin. I just thought he was a friend of the family. And I asked him why. He said, your mother said. I said, my mother said. How dare? No, you're right. My mother said. That wasn't the answer I was looking for. But if that's the answer you have, I'll take it and I'll take the rest of my life and I'll be happy the rest of my life. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, I want you to say with me, I can, I will, I must. Come on, I can. This is your life, not mine. You should be more excited about your life than I am. I can. I can. I will. I must. Get past this. It's our time. It's our turn. It's our country. Let's eat it up. Let's enjoy it. I can. I can. I can. I will. I will. I will. I will my way through every situation, every trial, every tribulation. I will my way through it. I don't care if it's cancer. I will my way through it. I don't care if it's MS. I will my way through it. I don't care if I'm struggling in school and I'm trying to get a degree. I will my way through it. I don't care if you fail the boards. Go again. I don't care if you fail the law exam. Go again. Will your way through it. Some things you can skill yourself through. Some stuff you got to will your way through. There are some things that you're naturally gifted at. Others you got to will your way through. I will my way through homelessness. I will my way through that GED. I will my way through that PhD. I will myself to 30 years plus of marriage. I will my way through to be a better father. I will my way through those books. I will. Come on, I will. I must.
So I need you to do me a huge favor. I just need you to be real. And the reason why a lot of y'all don't want to be real, because some of you would rather be in a lie and at least have a lie than not have anything at all. You already know the reality about that relationship. You already know that job, your boss ain't about to cash you out. You're just scared to quit and start your own business because you don't know if you're going to do well or not. You know you shouldn't. Come on, be honest. You know you still shouldn't be at that job right now. Let me see your hand. Let's just be real. Let me see the hand. You know you shouldn't still. Raise it high. Don't play with me. Raise it high. You still shouldn't be at that job. but you're delusional that one day is going to be your day, that one day you're going to merge your job and your calling together. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to just leave. I need you to do me a huge favor. On 3, beast mode. 1, 2, 3. Beast mode.
Rich people don't waste time. They realize it's their most important commodity. They don't watch a lot of TV. They don't do a lot of entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at their craft. So I need you to stop having the poverty mindset. So when I quit my job to be an entrepreneur, my mom was like, whoa, what are you doing? I was like, I'm quitting. My mom was like, don't you dare quit. You're going to embarrass me. You got a wife and kids. Does YouTube have insurance? Does YouTube have a 401k? And I was like, yo, mom, I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I love you. But you can't teach me how to be a millionaire because you're not one. You come from the working class, and I'm not mad at you, Ma. We wouldn't be where we are without you, but you told me that every generation is supposed to get better. So I'll take your values, but I won't take your work ethic. Because rich people don't work, they think. Poor people go, clock in, I make this much an hour. Rich people go, I put them to work, and I make this much an hour. See, what happens is you're working for you and your family one, they got 40 of you working at one time. So they giving you 20% and then they keeping the 80% off of 15,000 people. So what you have to decide is, are you gonna keep being the 99% or are you ready to be a part of the 1%?
When you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way. You have an opportunity right now. A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own because he loves the process. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. If you will be a champion, if you will be a beast, you're going to have to go through something.
Crisis is not a permanent condition. And crisis is a human description. It's just a season. This is important. And the key to life is outlasting the season. The key to life is outlasting the season. If you can stay warm long enough, summer will come. In other words, the season for you to leave the job you are on has come. Why? There's a better one up ahead. He got to prepare you for that. So he got to close out one chapter to open a bigger chapter. Get ready for something big, bigger than what you had.
What will you do with your pain? Will you let it break you or will you let it redefine you?
Seasons of crisis. Everybody say it with me. Overcoming seasons of crisis.
That no one can do it for you but you. And even though you face disappointments, even though you will experience some setbacks, it goes with the territory. You must understand that.
Life has taught me that you will grow through what you go through. Life has taught me for every level, there's another devil. Life has taught me that the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success.
What will you do with your pain? Will you let it break you or will you let it redefine you? And hear me, everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. Everybody wants something in life. But many of you in this room right now, your beast mode is idle. Your beast mode is not turned on. And when you leave this place, I'm telling you, your life is going to go to a whole nother level if you can learn to turn that switch on and keep that switch on. I need you to recycle your pain. I want you to recycle your pain. Now, many of you, when you get this water bottle, you might be thinking this is the first time, that this is the very first time this particular plastic was formed. And we don't know, this could have come from anyone, right? So you gotta do me a huge favor, because what you're gonna discover as you're going towards your dream, as you're going towards your goal, there's so many distractions. There are gonna be so many people haters, so many people that come up against you, so many obstacles, so many trials, so many tribulations. When people ask me, E.T., like for real, E, I know you can give me 20 things that you've done to help yourself to become successful. But E.T., I just need like one or two. Can you give me one or two? And one of the things I tell people is, I outlasted the pain. I outlasted the pain. When I was sleeping in those abandoned buildings, I kept telling myself, one day you'll be a homeowner. Every time I walked into that abandoned building, I told myself that this might be your current circumstances, but this will not be how the story ends. All you have to do, E.T., is to survive today. To survive today. When they kicked me out of school, I knew that I would not be a high school dropout for the rest of my life. I knew I got to get through this one day. Every single day when I woke up in that abandoned building, one day is going to be E.T.'s day, but that day can't come if I give up today. Soon it will be my day and I will recycle my pain. Well, I didn't grow up with my biological father. He wasn't in my life until I was 30 years old. But I told myself, today, your father is not in your life, but one day. My mom and I have gone months and almost years of not talking to each other, but every single day I kept telling myself, one day I'll have a great relationship with my mom again. One day. What will you do with your pain? Will you let it break you or will you let it redefine you? I outlasted the pain. I outlasted the pain. On three, beast mode. 1, 2, 3. Beast mode. One, two, three. Beast mode. One, two, three. Beast mode. One-dimensional players aren't in the league. One-dimensional players ain't in the league. What made Michael Jordan is he could put up 30 and he could shut your butt down. He can play offense, he can play defense. He can play 40 minutes, 48 minutes.
If you're not where you want to be financially, if you're not where you want to be emotionally, if you're not where you want to be physically, relationally, socially, 10 times out of 10, it is because you have settled in a place called convenience.
And most of you in this room, your problem is you're one-dimensional and you're trying to hang your hat on that. So what? I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. Am I the #1 father in the world? My kids don't care nothing about YouTube. My wife don't care nothing about YouTube. So what? You're the #1 motivational speaker. Are you the #1 husband? When you come home, cut all that foolishness off and give me me. And y'all conferences, do me a favor. You and CJ talk, and when you get in the garage, you close the garage, and when you come in the house, you take E.T. the hip-hop preacher off. I want Eric. I married Eric. I didn't marry E.T. the hip-hop preacher.
If you continue to believe that your best work is behind you, then you will never achieve what is ahead of you.
So real quick, what you got to let go of? Write it down right now. Let's not play. There's an anointing in this place. What do you need to let go of so you can become 1%? Wealth is a mindset, it's not a dollar amount. No, catch that. Wealth is a mindset, it's not a dollar amount. The wealthy do what the poor won't do.
The problem with many of you is that you got fooled, you got complacent, you got lazy. Somewhere along the line, you lost your enthusiasm, your optimism. You lost your hunger.
So we're gonna talk about the wealthy in a minute. I want you to write it all down. I told you I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I am willing to do what others are not willing to do so I can live like others will never live. Somebody say you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I get up at 3 o'clock? Our ancestors was getting up at 3 or 4, picking cotton. Oh, you thought they was getting up at 9. You thought they was like, you picking cotton today? Oh, we're gonna start at 9, and we're gonna start at 9 a.m. It's gonna just let the sun come up, and then once the sun comes up, you're gonna, oh, you're sick? Oh, you get a sick day.
If you want your future, then you are going to have to get acquainted with pain, with discomfort, with inconvenience. Because hunger is the only thing that's going to give you the power to persevere through that pain.
Here's what's crazy. In the 1800s, I had to have a certain work ethic just to survive. And you have the opportunity to become multi-millionaires, billionaires, and your work ethic is worse than the people who was forced to work. People tell me, I'm a boss. You're not a boss. You can't even make yourself get up. You got a t-shirt, I'm a boss, but you getting up at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Bosses are up watching the 3 o'clock news. Some of you didn't even know the news came on at 3 o'clock. Because you watched the 6 o'clock news. You thought that's what the first one. The first news is at 3 a.m. That's the one Warren Buffett on. No, you're saying Warren Buffett is Warren Buffett because he's a white male. Warren Buffett is Warren Buffett because of where he grew up. Warren Buffett is not Warren Buffett because of where he grew up. Warren Buffett is Warren Buffett because what he does. He reads 6 hours a day every day. That's 42 doggone hours a week. So when Warren Buffett makes a decision, he makes a very wise decision. Why? Because he's making it off of 42 hours of reading. You hadn't read nothing. You making decisions off the Housewives of Atlanta. Warren Buffett is binging on, I was in the room with Warren Buffett. He said he was reading the financial report of GM in 1956. Why? Because that was their best year. He's binging on GM's financial records from 1956, and you binging on Power. But now you saying, hey, racist. They ain't racist when you watching Power, though.
I don't care if you got to listen to me 1,000 times. I need you to get crystal clear about your future. Because the only reason why you are here, the only reason why you're alive is because you have work to do.
Come on, talk back to me. You are not a boss because you got all day to do whatever you want to do. And the most you can do is go to work for somebody that you don't like and you don't care for and dog them out and complain about them when they're giving you a check. They guaranteeing you a check, they making sure you got health care, and you dogging them out. If you don't like what they doing, why are you still there? Go get your own job. They weren't the only ones that was blessed, and that was fruitful, and that could multiply, and that could subdue the earth and have dominion. They're not the only ones. You can do it too, but your problem is you're not a 1%er because you don't live like a 1%er.
If you want generational cycles broken in your family, if you want to be the first to achieve, the first to get it done, the first to see it, the first to do it, you must stay hungry.
So some of you are holding on to some real good memories that are no longer current memories, and you need to let them go so that you can get what's next. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the right information, and then we're gonna get narrow focus, and boom, we're gonna go for it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That's it. I haven't reached the highest height, the Nobel Prizes. What's next? What you getting ready for? What's next? What's next for you? Many of you will not be successful because you've got this giant goal and no steps to go with it. You're just in your mind like, girl, this is my year. How many steps? I don't know. Like, what is it gonna take for you to do it? I don't know. I just know this is my year. Can I be real with you? If you can't measure it, it ain't real. Keep your dreams phenomenal. Keep your vision phenomenal. Keep it phenomenal. And now I need you to get your weight up. as an individual, I need you to get your schedule up. I need you to get your life up. I need you to get your words up. I need you to get your heart up. I need you to get your action up. I need you to get to a place that every single thing that you do is phenomenal, so that the life you want to live, you can actually live that life. You lay hold of it. And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. Some of you are so ignorant. You've been through so much hell. You gonna quit now? Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to it. Stop telling me what you're going through. The greats, they get to it, they go through it. And the harder it is, the better. We're gonna put in work, because every time you put in work, you get the same consequences. You get paid, you get rewarded. And when you out there dealing with the real world, it ain't pretty. You got to have heart. Get some heart.
If I said to you obsession, what's that mean to you?
It means wanting to succeed as bad as I want to breathe. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever it is I say I want it like air. You know, and air is one of those things that, you know, because people always say, well, why you say air? Like, why you even say, because you go without that for a few seconds, my friend, it's a wrap. It's done. So there are people who want stuff, but you kind of want it. Or you want it bad, but you don't want it as bad as you want to breathe. So to me, obsession is wanting something so bad that, you know, I go to bed with, I wake up to it, I make whatever sacrifice, I grind. Like, it's like I can't live without it. And so there are people who fantasize, romanticize about stuff, but like they're not obsessed with it. You saw my t-shirt, no alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning, no clock. I ain't used the clock in 20 years. My passion wakes me up. My drive wakes me up. My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and have whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game? Most of you have not gotten started yet because you're trying to get other people to invest in your stuff. You on GoFundMe. Create your own doggone GoFundMe. Bet on you. Put all your money on you, because guess what? When you spending somebody else's money, it's easy to walk away from it. And the problem with some of you, you've been told you was number one. I'm telling you what I'm telling you today, because I'm gonna need you to get your roots, because if your roots are strong, have you been to Miami? Have you seen the hurricanes that blew the houses down, but the tree's still standing? The way the tree grows is it goes down first to the bedrock. It goes down first, then come up. Most of y'all just came up, and you look just as sweet as the tree until a storm comes. We all look the same, y'all. We all look the same until the storm comes. And I'm telling you, what they're about to teach you is going to make you money. What I'm telling you is get your character right, because I want to make sure your character can hold all that stuff you're about to get. You ain't got no standard. That's why you can't blow up. There's a certain level you can't get to when you keep compromising. You can't get to the next level because every time somebody draws something in front of your face, you give up. Don't you know you're more attractive when you can say no, when they know you got values? You think you're just going to change the game. You're just going to change the rules. It don't work like that. There's a standard to greatness, and there's levels to this. I can tell you everything I've done. The only thing I can't do is grind for you. That's the only thing I can. But I'm going to tell you all the secrets. I'm going to give you all the secrets to my success. But if I'm giving you all the secrets to my success and they're mine, and I'm getting up at 3, what time in the world you going to have to get up? You have a gift. You need to find out what it is. You on some, like, you picking stuff that other people picking. You trying to do what other people trying to do. I love people that's going to be engineers. Y'all go ahead and do that. Y'all got to compete with each other. I love when somebody say they want to be a doctor. Go ahead and compete with them. I love when people say they want to be lawyers. Go ahead and compete with them. About 1 million kids want to be lawyers. There ain't a whole bunch of them that want to pour into people and serve. I got you beat all day. Go take those professions. So I'm going to take my personality, what I've been given, and I'm going to milk it, even though the world doesn't necessarily value it. And that's some of y'all problem. It's some stuff some of y'all doing, you don't even want to do that. You want the affirmation that comes from doing that. And let me tell you something. When you're not right, you're going to keep attracting that kind of stuff. You're going to keep attracting, I'm just being real. You're going to attract men who can peep out that you ain't there right now. Once you fix it and get it healed, I told you I walk in corporate now and I know they don't want me there, but I'm still here. I'm here and ain't nothing you can do about it, and you gotta sit here and listen to me for the next hour. And even though you don't like my hat, I love me. And even though you don't love my shoes, I love me. And even though you don't like my shorts, I love me so much that you gonna love me when I get up out this joint. And you gonna say I'm the best motivational speaker that ever lived. So number one, you gotta do me a favor. When you become a millionaire, you'll have $1 million. But the reason why you don't have $1 million is because you think like somebody in poverty. So if I told somebody I love dearly who said they needed more money. I said, for what? What would you do with it? You'd only spend it. You would only spend it pretending to be something that you're not. That's all you would do was spend it. So why would you're not gonna ever make it because you're a slave to it. So when you're no longer a slave to money, that's when you start making money. You feel me? So once you become a millionaire, and you gotta find out what that means. That don't mean you got money in the bank. That's not what a millionaire is. A millionaire has a way that they think. I want you to go look in a jar, and there's a jar that say money. I want you to see if you mastered your bank account. Keep looking at the money and say, I made the same thing I made last week. What does that mean? You didn't grow. If you make the same money next month, the month after, if your bank account is the same in June, don't fool yourself into thinking you're a good person. You didn't master it because you got the same amount of money in there. So it means you're not, whatever. You will never get fired when you master it. So do me a favor, when you put it in the jar, don't just look at the jar. Look at the jar and say, if I'm not doing good in this subject, then what does that mean? You feel me? What do you want in your marriage? What do you want with your son and your daughter? What do you want in your health? What do you want financially? Like, how much money do you want to make a year? What do you want to drive? How do you want to live? Stop just waking up like an accident. What do you want? And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it. Some of y'all, you got an ego problem. You like to be around people who are inferior to you. You don't like to be around people who are going to challenge you. Iron sharpens iron, so do if one man sharpen another. You hate to be around people who are, I like to be around people who drive nicer cars than me, who are smarter than me, who are doing things I can't. I like to hang with them people. Why? Because they're going to stretch me. They're going to push me. You like to be around people who are weak because you feel comfortable around weak people. I dare you to get around some other lions. I dare you.
You have settled in a place called convenience. I'm talking to that athlete. I'm talking to that student. I'm talking to the person who failed the exam over and over and over again. I'm talking to that individual who feels as though all hope is lost, who feels as though they gave it their all. If you are still alive, you've got something left.
What do you need to let go of so you can become 1%?
Try 1,000 times. And then come talk to me and tell me you're not enough. Tell me you don't have what it takes. Tell me you're stupid. Tell me you're dumb. Tell me you're slow. Tell me you don't have enough. Whatever pushed you to the ground, whatever knocked you to the floor, tell that place, you can't keep me here.
Everybody wants destiny. Everybody wants manifestation. Everybody wants fulfillment. Everybody wants the next level in the relationship and a higher quality of living. But nobody wants to eliminate distractions. Nobody wants to disappear for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and eliminate all distractions and get into a place where you can focus on just you.
Come on, talk back to me. You are not a boss because you got all day to do whatever you want to do, and the most you can do is go to work for somebody that you don't like and you don't care for. People tell me, I'm a boss. You're not a boss. You can't even make yourself get up. Bosses are up watching the 3 o'clock news. Some of you didn't even know the news came on at 3 o'clock. Because you watched the 6 o'clock news. You thought that was the first one. The first news is at 3 a.m. That's the one Warren Buffett on. So real quick, what you got to let go of? Write it down right now. Let's not play. There's an anointing in this place. What do you need to let go of so you can become 1%? Wealth is a mindset. It's not a dollar amount. No, catch that. Wealth is a mindset. It's not a dollar amount. The wealthy do what the poor won't do.
What if you could just shut out every distraction? What if you could just shut off the world for just a season and focus on you? A man is rewarded in public for what he does in private. The reason why you don't see it, the reason why it has not manifested, the reason why you are so frustrated is because you have not been willing to forsake all that you've been called to forsake and to follow through behind closed doors. Sure, you can talk about it. Sure, you can plan it. Sure, you can write it down. Sure, you can go to the conference and hear about it. You can read about it. But at some juncture, you have to disappear and put the work in and come back and shock everybody that doubted you.
And most of you in this room, your problem is you're one-dimensional and you're trying to hang your hat on that. So what? I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. Am I the #1 father in the world? My kids don't care nothing about YouTube. My wife don't care nothing about YouTube. So what? You're the #1 motivational speaker. Are you the #1 husband? When you come home, cut all that foolishness off and give me me. And y'all conferences, do me a favor. You and CJ talk, and when you get in the garage, you close the garage, and when you come in the house, you take E.T. the hip-hop preacher off. I want Eric. I married Eric. I didn't marry E.T. the hip-hop preacher.
The problem with many of you is that you got fooled, you got complacent, you got lazy. Somewhere along the line, you lost your enthusiasm, your optimism. You lost your hunger.
Some of you don't even realize you have unfinished business. You need to go back where you left off with a new perspective. Go back to the gym. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to the business. Go back to the relationship. Go back to the burning building. You have unfinished business. All you got to do is show up with a new game plan and a new perspective. You got unfinished business.
Here's what's crazy. People tell me I'm a boss. You're not a boss. You can't even make yourself get up. You got a t-shirt on, I'm a boss, but you getting up at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Because the only reason why you are here, the only reason why you're alive is because you have work to do.
Come on, talk back to me. You are not a boss because you got all day to do whatever you want to do. And the most you can do is go to work for somebody that you don't like and you don't care for and dog them out and complain about them when they're giving you a check. They guaranteeing you a check. They making sure you got health care and you dogging them out. If you don't like what they doing, why are you still there? Go get your own job. They not the only ones. You can do it too, but your problem is you're not a 1%er because you don't live like a 1%er. They weren't the only ones that was blessed and that was fruitful and that could multiply and that could subdue the earth and have dominion.
If you want generational cycles broken in your family, if you want to be the first to achieve, the first to get it done, the first to see it, the first to do it, you must stay hungry.
If you want your future, then you are going to have to get acquainted with pain, with discomfort, with inconvenience. Because hunger is the only thing that's going to give you the power to persevere through that pain.
Stop praying that the storm will pass over you and pray to grow through the storm. Stop going around it, go through it. What you go through, you will grow through. Some fights are not won in the first round. Flat out. And the moment that you get that and you get crystal clear and you accept the fact that there are some giants that you will not defeat in the first round. You need endurance. You need stamina to reach some goals. You're not gonna hit the million with the first investment. You're not gonna hit the home run always at first swing.
Here's what's crazy. One-dimensional players aren't in the league. One-dimensional players ain't in the league. What made Michael Jordan is he could put up 30 and he could shut your butt down. He can play offense, he can play defense. He can play 40 minutes, 48 minutes.
Resiliency says, I belong here and I deserve another shot. I want my opportunity. Give me my opportunity. The race is not given to the strong nor the swift, but it is given to he that endureth until the end.
I want you to live the life you were meant to live. You hear me? Not the life that was given to you. I'm a high school dropout because that's the life my daddy gave me. But I've been married almost 28 years and 2 kids by the same woman, which is not my experience. I got brothers and sisters, none of us had the same parents. Because I made up in my mind, that's the life y'all gave me. Humans do not transition to another level when they're comfortable with the level that they're on. You only go to another level when you're on this level and you eating out of trash cans and you say, enough is enough. When you're living in abandoned buildings in the winter and you say, enough is enough. You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on. You don't transition in life if you're happy with where you are. And the problem with some of you is you happy being broke. You've gotten content. Just be honest when you walk out of here. Some of you are not transitioning because you're okay with the life you have. And I'm telling you, when I walk out, I want to be an example of you can start from wherever and get to wherever you want to get to. I was like, yo, it's time to go to work. I'm telling you, I've been thinking, I've been making calls. That's what I'm asking you to do. What fuels you? The reason why you so lazy is not because you don't have the ability. You so lazy because your dream's so small. Your dreams are so small. You study me on the internet. If you look at how I became #1 in the world, you got to take it all the way back. You can't start where I am now. You got to start where I started. And the way I blew up before I even knew I was going to blow up is that I took every class serious. That's how I blew up. I got to a point in my life where I was like, yo, the gateway to all success is through knowledge. We're not talking about degrees right now. None of my degrees are hanging up nowhere. As a matter of fact, when I got my PhD, they said to me, as we hood you, what do you want us to say? I said, I don't care what you say, but make sure you tell them I started with a GED.